Is too much of a good thing a bad thing? Not in this case. Stick around and I'll show you why.
Ha!
Ha ha! The RV I'm talking about, of course, is the 2024 Cherokee Wolfpack 4500 Pack 14D Diamond Edition. And that Diamond Edition does add some cool things. We'll kind of go through that, talk about that as we go through. It gives you things like aluminum walls rather than wood, as well as 6-point auto level, slide in the bedroom, all sorts of goodies. But I do want to talk about just the floor plan overall, what makes this one so good. So first of all, of course, is the party deck itself. As you can see, that's where we're standing. Gives you all this extra space. Has the More Ride rail system, which is honestly one of my favorites because it is super simple and easy to set up, whereas some of them can actually be a pain. This one, that is not the case at all. Another part of having that diamond package is the 3-season garage wall, so to speak. The reason they call it a wall, obviously, is because, well, I can close it off, and it's 3-season because I have these panes of glass that if I want, I can drop down so I have a screen like this side, or I can have them up just like so. So whether it's fall, spring, whatever, you can still have a beautiful view out the back, you know, be back here on the couches, hanging out in the bed, whatever, and still really enjoy that view. Or again, just have the screen to be able to get the breeze to come through. Obviously, have a backup camera up top as well as some lights, as you'd expect, so you're able to see behind you. But not only do you have that backup camera, take a look right up in this corner. You actually get an observation camera right back here. So that way, as you're driving down the road, you hit that big bump, you take a turn a little bit quicker than you thought, you can take a look back in your garage to make sure your toys are right where they should be. Or even if you're at the campsite, maybe you're sitting out at the campfire, the kids are in here playing, you want to take a quick peek on them, no problem. You can, again, just pop in that camera, be able to see what's going on, make sure everything's on the up and up without having to get up out of your seat to come check on them. So really cool system there. As far as the toy hauler portion itself, a couple things that, you know, may be of concern. When it comes to the wall, this does pivot open. So getting toys in and out is not a problem. It's not like this is going to impede that whatsoever, so bear that in mind. And then we can take a look inside. You see all the D-rings here. I mean, you want to talk about customization when it comes to tying things down. Holy smokes, they give you a ton of D-rings, which is obviously a good thing. You have the diamond pattern floor just to get a little bit extra traction, and it's easy to clean up in the event of any kind of gas spills, oil spills, things like that. The windows, and there are a bunch of windows back here. There are some behind the sofas as well. The covers just snap on and they come right off, so that way they're machine washable because, you know, eventually they're soft goods. They're gonna soak up some of that exhaust smell. You can take them all off, throw them in the washer. Let's talk about the beds real quick. So again, this one, you can see it currently in this position, it is against the wall. You can have both of these flat out and underneath this bed. So if you need a little more width, you can get it. If you need a little more height, you'll have this set up like it is right now. But essentially you have 2 queen beds back here because that one is a bed. You also have that bed right up top on that Happy Jack system, and that drops down for you as well. Anyone that is staying back here will be super comfortable. One, because they have the Max Air fan right there. So that's going to do a great job of kind of pulling that breeze through, especially if you have a few of these screens open. You have a control for it here as well. And it is ducted for AC. So if it's a really hot day, you can stay nice and cool with the AC there. TV, not a problem either. I like the location because it doesn't matter if you're in the bottom bunk chilling, you know, in a couch formation, or you're up in the top, you can still see the TV, which is fantastic. Obviously, you'll have your vents. You'll have one over here, one down below, just like at pretty much every toy hauler. You get a ladder. The ladder is going to be for your party deck, so that way you can get in and out. It gives you another means to be able to access the deck. And of course, we also have the second door right over there. But one of the things I love about this one, when I say it has, you know, is it too good to be true? Or not even that, is too much of a good thing a bad thing? It's kind of a play on words because this one, in my mind, has like 2 of everything, including essentially 2 bathrooms. You get a bath and a half floor plan here. So you have a toilet, a sink, mirrored medicine cabinet, basically everything you need. I love this from the standpoint that if you do use this as a bunk space, kind of like a living space, you have the bathroom, you don't even have to leave it. So it's super convenient. Washer dryer hookup here as well, folks. So if you plan on staying in this for a while, you can absolutely do it. So many people get stuck on toy haulers of just thinking, oh my gosh, I don't have any toys, I don't need it. But look at it this way. Maybe you just want to take a golf cart around and you just need sleeping space and space to bring all your bikes and everything else. This gives it to you, plus you essentially have that second bedroom. And then we step into the main living area, and again, it's absolutely gorgeous. They did a fantastic job. You get true solid surface countertops in here, big U-shaped kitchen, tons of counter space, and they even give you the extension right over here to the side, which is pretty nice. So again, you get that extra countertop. 3-burner recessed cooktop with an oven. The sink itself is undermounted, of course, the apron front, high-rise faucet, pretty backsplash there, good storage up top, and good storage down below. Another thing we want to talk about when we talk about sleeping, not only do you have sleeping back there, you have a loft up top with additional storage over here to the side. So even if you don't have guests, you can use all this for storage if you want. You have a curtain so you can close it off right there. Just, again, just great extra use of space. Nice big window. So again, if you want to be able to see what's going on back there, you can do so without having to actually enter into the garage. We talk about storage space. You have a big pantry in here, which I love. A couple lights in there help light it up. You even have drawers that are tucked away. This is something I haven't really seen in a pantry, but I honestly kind of like. I have plenty of space for all of my goods, plus a few extra drawers and storage space down below. And when we talk about fridge space, yeah, there's no lack of cold storage here. Nice big fridge freezer combo. Definitely love that. Basically residential size. Now, for kind of hanging out and relaxing, again, I'd say this is an RV of twos. You have 2 separate great seating areas in here. I kind of prefer this over having like the giant row of theater seats. I know a lot of people like that, but I like something that in my mind is a little more functional, a little more conducive to conversation, and I think this is it right here. I can be sitting here, can be having a conversation with people on the sofa. I have a perfect shot to my 4K TV right there. Fireplace down below, so if you want to just kind of take the chill off, it's a cold night, cold morning, that'll do a great job of doing that. And we talk about sleeping space. You need more sleeping space. That they do have some additional beds, obviously, like right up front. We'll get to that in just a moment. But again, when it comes to sitting, there's just plenty of seating in this area, which I love. They have lights on them as well. On top of that, I guess I should probably speak to this. They do have a massage feature, and they're heated. Now, you do have to have shore power, essentially, 120 in order to operate those features. But after, a nice long day, that is pretty darn comfy. Good storage right up top, and your control panel will be located here as well. They use the Cherokee Total Control. You can use Bluetooth to connect to your phone. Also, you can use Bluetooth to connect to your sound system. You have 2 zones, one inside and then another one outside. We'll have a few ACs, the one being, of course, right here in the main living area. And because it's Cherokee, we have blue lights everywhere, so that's why it's on the theater seats. We have it in the crown molding, we have it in the slide fascia. Pretty much anywhere we can put blue lights, Cherokee has done so. And then we come up into the primary bedroom. And again, as I said, lots of sleeping space. You have, of course, the bed in the primary bedroom, obviously, as you would expect. A couple of shelves there. I actually like the high shelves. I hate when manufacturers put shelves too low because then you're going to bump it with your elbow, hit it with your head. Here they're nice and high. A couple of USB ports there as well. Right up front is the wardrobe. Again, kind of a unique setup, right? You have drawers. Like, you don't see that very often, but it is kind of nice because you don't have your standard dresser. What do you have instead? I told you this is an RV of twos. You have a second fireplace. Now, this is great for ambiance, maybe, right? Who knows? But beyond that, more so the fact that because this is a small space, that will actually do a really good job of heating the bedroom up. So again, if it is cold, you can certainly enjoy that. And then if I open or kind of close this, you can see again, it kind of has like that barn style door, which I like. You have electrical outlets all over in here. Huge window too, letting in a ton of natural light. Now, I'm about 6 foot tall. You can see if I, walk up here, I do have to duck down just a little bit, but honestly, it's not bad. I mean, I can still get over here quite easily. And then a couple more things I do want to point out. Second AC right here in the bedroom. And you get a true ensuite, right? Because you have that bathroom in the back, basically for everyone else to use, but you have your own personal bathroom up front. And I really like this. I like that it, I don't know. I'm just kind of a weird person when it comes to the bathroom space, and I like having one of my own, and there's plenty of room in there. Good linen closet. I'll take a step in here again just to kind of show you space. Porcelain bowl, by the way. But if I step in the shower, I'm about 210 pounds or so. I can move around in here quite easily. Nice big skylight. I could probably be 6'3", maybe 6'4", and still stand in here. And then you get the hand wand there as well, just to make things a little bit easier to wash off. And it's the Oxygenics one, I think that's how you say it. Basically, it just brings more air into it, so it feels like there's more water pressure, just an overall better system. So again, when I talk about, you know, having too much of a good thing, a bad thing, absolutely not. I think this is especially the case. Great living area, great living space. But you know what? We have some features outside we have to check out too, because naturally this is a toy hauler. So let's check them out.
Bye.
Bye. On the outside, right up front, is that gorgeous and somewhat aggressive looking painted front cap there. You have kind of the fin in the middle, supposedly supposed to help with aerodynamics. You know, whether it works or not, either way, I just think it looks pretty decent. And you have LED lights kind of inlaid in the front cap. Rhino pin box here as we drop down. A couple more things. One, I really like is your storage. Now, this does go into kind of like your pass-through garage storage. I'll show you a little bit on the side. But what I like about it is they put D-rings in here. The D-rings, by the way, are frame welded, which is a big deal, especially when we're talking about the garage. Always a great thing. But what I like about this is the fact that if you have heavier items, maybe like a toolbox, something like that, you can strap it down without it sliding all over the place. And as you would expect with a higher end toy hauler, you're looking at 5,500 watt generator. That way you are fully self-sufficient on here. Love, love, love that. Inverter generator, by the way, so it is a little bit quieter. And then over on the other side is your battery box, as well as your battery disconnect and your solar charge controller. Now, another part of that diamond package is your 6-point auto level on here. Touch of a button levels everything out, makes it super simple. Another one is behind this high gloss fiberglass, you have aluminum sidewall. Aluminum framing. So this is a hung wall, so that way you never have to worry about any kind of delamination, nothing like that. But it is 16-inch center, just like you would have in a house, but it's going to be aluminum instead of wood. So again, that diamond package, you're definitely getting some construction upgrades. You'll also notice in the side markers here, you have your side camera prep. Listen, I mean, this is a 45-foot fifth wheel, right? It is a large fifth wheel. Having that extra visibility when you're going down the road is wonderful. We saw the backup camera prep as well as the prep inside. You also have side camera prep here, again, just to help give a little bit of that more visibility as you're traveling. Definitely couldn't hurt. One thing I will have to say that, you know, I would probably upgrade almost immediately is this right here. You have two 20-pound tanks. Chances are, you know, you're probably going to want 30s if you're going to be out and about, especially if you're doing any colder weather camping. You're going to be going through some propane. So, you know, you will probably want to upgrade those. Not that 20 pounds are bad. It just, you know, it all depends on your usage, I guess, but you may go through it a little bit quicker than intended. You will see this one comes with a griddle. I, again, love a griddle over a 2-burner cooktop. Much rather have that. And even though it is a little dark in there, that is going to be the rest of our pass-through storage space. You also see the leash latch system, so that if you do have any pets, need to tie them up, that gives you the ability to do that. Just makes it super convenient. 2 entrances into this one. Well, technically 3 if you include the deck, but you have 2 main entrances, 2 entrances into the main part of the RV. One, of course, being here, and the other one will be back into the garage. Tempered glass door on there, looks great. It also does have a window, which is kind of hidden almost, which I really like. You get the bigger grab handle on here, as well as the MORryde steps, which I do prefer these over some of the competitor steps, simply because they're a lot easier to adjust the feet. If we take a look up top real quick, the other thing I want to point out, take a look at the awning coverage, folks. Basically, from the front to the back of this fifth wheel, you have awning. So this is definitely not one where you have to worry about having good usable camp space. You only have this small slide out on this campsite. Everything else is great usable camp space. And I think that's something that's often overlooked when people are RV shopping is, you know, the space you're gonna get outside, and this one definitely does a great job. I locked both of those instead of unlocking. Apparently I already unlocked them. I'll open that up for you, but I do just want to show you again, you know, even though you do have the slide out, they fully utilized it. I mean, you can't get a better use of space right here, in my opinion, than having your outside fridge, ice maker, a little bit of storage up top. Throw some cups up there. You got the ice, making beverages in no time. Big fan of that. Making our way back a little bit further, you do have basically an outside entertainment system here. So you have 2 speakers, one here, one on the other side of the door, as well as the TV right in the center with your hookups here. So if you want outside TV, you certainly can, and of course that will be underneath the awning. This is going to be the tankless water heater. So again, if you're in there, you're taking a shower, not only will you have instant hot water, but you don't have to worry about it running out essentially ever. And right here is that secondary entrance. I will just kind of show you these, just to kind of show you how they work. So basically you lift this up, and then you can kind of grab right here and pull that out, and then that makes it nice and secure. I mean, I'm a pretty big guy, and you can see, you know, I don't have to worry about this collapsing. And then when you're ready to basically put it away, you can just push up right here, then it drops right in. So it's super simple and easy to use, and they are quite stable. You know, again, pretty great system they put on there. Second leash latch in the back. Both of those are underneath the awning, so you don't have to worry about that. And of course, our party deck right here on the back, just to give you another view. And as I mentioned, we do have the stairs that are hanging up on the wall, and those can attach out here so you can climb into the RV right from the deck. Now let's not forget about the off-camp side. Up front is going to be essentially all your water connections as well as your black tank flush. But right back here is the majority of the other features. Of course, we have 50 amp on this one, as you'd expect. 30-gallon fuel fill station kind of going on right back here, so you can refuel any of those toys. Now if we drop down, we have a couple things down here I want to point out. One is going to be, because this one doesn't have a bumper, which most toy haulers don't, you have a place to store your sewer hose, as well as your termination and your valves here. One of the things you will notice is the valve bodies are actually in that fully heated and enclosed underbelly, so that way, again, you can camp into some colder climates. So folks, when it comes to the question, is too much of a good thing a bad thing? Again, when we're talking about the 4500PACK14D, absolutely not. That diamond package gives you some of those kind of extra features like the auto level, like the fact you have aluminum framing, and it's just a great layout with 2 of everything. I just don't think you can go wrong. If you're interested in this one and you have a big truck to pull it and you're wondering what that price is and maybe where you can pick one up, well, we'll drop a link in the description so you can simply click on that and find the closest one to you. As always, folks, thanks again for watching. I'm Ian Baker, and until next time, we'll see you.